Hey everyone, we're back for another video here.
I wanted to go through my emergency bag that I usually have in my car. Just a simple old mountain equipment co-op bag from who knows when. First, we'll start off with what's in the front pocket here. This is a mosquito net. If you're ever stuck in the mud or something like that and the mosquitoes are getting you, then there's just another one of these disposable ponchos. And then a Mylar blanket. First thing that comes out. So this is, I believe, the Mora knife companion. And I modified this a little bit. I took an old pen tube, wrapped some electrical tape around it and some Ranger bands, and it just houses a simple ferro rod. I don't know if it comes sharp or not, but I'm pretty sure I sharpened up the edge, and it just allows you to throw sparks, right? Second thing, this is a LIF Straw Go. It's the same thing as a LIF Straw, but this allows you to scoop up some water, put it in, and then filter it that way. So I bought this for a canoe trip, and it has a nice little flip-up thing. It doesn't leak. It seemed to do really well, and the thing I didn't realize, I don't know why I wasn't thinking, I wanted to cook some food. I didn't have filtered water. So I know boiling water will kill most of the stuff anyways that this does, but it's the particulates, right? So that's why it just lives in here now, just for in case of emergencies. Third thing in the main pouch. So this is just a pretty simple fire kit. Inside this little cheap mesh bag from the dollar store, I have a butane dollar store lighter, torch lighter, some Titan storm-proof matches. They're great for starting fires in rainy weather. And then I just have some tinder. And this is Mini Inferno all-weather fire. I think this came with my Pathfinder kit or something, but you can use any type of tinder you want. I usually use just Vaseline and cotton balls, and you just put a little dab of the Vaseline inside a cotton ball and then kind of mash it around, and then you can store them in a tin or whatever, a little bag. This is another one of my little bags that I had for my lightweight toolkit. So in here is a little bit of everything as well. Inside here, extra batteries for this flashlight, Sharpie, more matches, some Perel, which is also actually a pretty good fire starter, wet wipes, these are left over from ordering out, and some hand warmers. And then I believe I actually have another Mylar blanket too. There's quite a few redundancies in this kit. There's another little knife. This is one I use more for cooking and when I'm eating, but an Open-L stainless. These things are classic, fun little knives. A little scary because they don't have the greatest lock in the world, but for how much they are, they're great. And then I just have a magnesium and ferro rod, just in case, you never know, maybe I lose that one. And then a simple mini bic. And here, I have some baling wire. You can use this for snaring, but it's not brass, so I don't know if I would really want to use that, but in a life or death situation or something, yeah, okay. Now this is interesting. So this is what I was talking about, the Vaseline and cotton balls. These are just little Easter egg capsules, basically, I had laying around, and I'm like, what am I gonna use these things for? I don't wanna just throw them out. I stuffed inside of these Vaseline cotton balls. Pull them apart, they make great fire tinder. Another thing with these too is if you ever run out of lip balm or you get a cracked finger or something like that, it's a great way to re-moisturize your hands and lips. This is just a very basic first aid kit. So not only is this bag good if you ever don't have something to transport water, you can transport water in it. It's quite thick, but there's a few basic little things in here that I use for first aid purposes. Water treatment tabs, some gauze, tweezers, medical tape, iodine pads, and it's sting relief pads. These are just some safety pins. This is a neat little Band-Aid compartment. So I just stuffed a couple of Band-Aids in there, and there's little ones and bigger ones. And I wrapped some duct tape around it, which is good for anything, hot spots, fire tinder, whatever. This is wound seal. So this is the stuff where you're supposed to mix it with it's a topical powder, you mix it with the blood and then it stops and kind of coagulates, which is pretty neat to have. And then good old crazy glue. I use crazy glue to close up my wounds more than anything. I will probably eventually add in a tourniquet. And just because this is usually in my car, that's kind of a nice thing to have, just in case. Not even for me necessarily. The only other thing I might want to consider getting is one of the CPR barriers.
The only other things I have in the bag is a down throw. They come from Costco. They're really big with like the backpacking community. But it's nice to have a little warm blanket that you can just have nicely tucked away. Next I have these big old, I think they're for like snowmobiling or hunting or something, like big old mitts. There's nothing like getting caught out freezing cold and your hands are shivering or something. If you ever had to walk. And like these, I always wondered what this little kind of, I think it's supposed to be wool, but I doubt this is, but that's for like wiping your nose. I believe, I could be wrong. There's 2 or 3 more items and it's just clothes. A pair of socks, long johns, so a thermal layer, and then a cheap wool balaclava. Again, just in case, like if I was freezing cold, I could throw another base layer on, put the gloves on, put this on, wrap myself in that, and I would probably be okay for a little bit. A lot of redundancies in the fire and kind of, especially the fire. I don't know why, I always feel the need to start a fire, especially in bad situations like that. But again, that all fits just neatly inside this cheap little bag and it gives you a little bit of peace of mind. If you enjoy videos like this, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again.